So, if you haven't seen my other video, you won't know, but that's irrelevant. My point, shut up, Sharon. That's a fucking great start, isn't it? Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Are we ready now? Okay, take two. Chop. I've been watching The Chosen, doing some biblical studies, I guess you could call it. And I just wanted to let you know so far. I've got 2 episodes left of season 2, so I'm not too far into it, but it's given me a lot to show you guys how Earth, Gaia, is Sarah Rose Magdalene, who is born now, by the way. I don't know if I said that in my first 6 videos, but that's because we're concentrating on when she was a fetus. Well, or even before that. Shut up. All right, shut up. All right. So some of the phrases, like, in the beginning, the earth was formless and void. And that's not exactly word for word, but that is describing the pre-embryonic stage of fetal development, right? When it's just rapid cell division within the egg before it forms into an embryo, right? Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words won't, I think he says, but my words won't pass away. They are eternal. So what you guys, because our reality is just a representation of, and it's not strict, like, we're not physically here, and don't try and make sense of that, and don't go and do something stupid to try and test it out. But so because we are the cells of Sarah Rose Magdalene, we represent multiple cells at one time. Okay, so it, even though, like, it doesn't have to make sense, times don't have to, like, dates don't have to line up too much. It's more just a representation. So I'm pretty sure that's where when I've been harping on about having an incarnation group of 9. So I'm assuming that 9 like, they're just different cells. So the cells that you represent will come into your life events. So it's all happening at the same time. Anyway, my point is, what he was talking about there, what Jesus was talking about there, is that because cells divide before they replicate and divide, whatever, because they do that, like, the DNA that created the protein that is becoming your cells, the message, like, so the DNA message continues on long after the original cell that was formed from the proteins from that mRNA. Anyway, Jesus said, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous person who need not repentance. He's talking about gene mutations. So the reason that sin doesn't exist, except for when we fucking make it exist, is because we're not meant to have gene mutations. So if the genes were not mutated, there wouldn't be sin in this world. So the gene mutations that Sarah Rose Magdalene has ended up with, we represent that through sin. One day you will be given authority to do things that I do, even greater. And so that's because as the generations of the Magdalene bloodline have entered if you missed my past videos, I'm pretty sure that we are stuck inside the walls of Antarctica because we never figured out that we were what we really were, and we've just been continually living out the gene mutations, all right? So again, the cells will divide and then grow and divide and grow, and so that's why, anyway, there will be, let there be light, okay? So that one is, if you think about, the egg has been in darkness because the egg developed in the ovaries of Sarah Rose Magdalene when Mary was pregnant, right? Let there be light, I believe, is when the sperm first broke through the egg, okay? And all of a sudden, the DNA and everything inside the egg were exposed to outside the egg. Where are we at? I'll tell you this one, but you need to understand that I don't understand it yet. So what I've got here is just an epiphany that my brain had matched with that feeling of gnosis that my gut had, that I know that this is significant. I just don't understand it yet. So I'm pretty sure Samaria was the first gene mutation that happened. All right, and the other day I was talking about how some letters are false. So I believe that the sin of judgment, was the first gene mutation, and it's to do with the spike protein, I think, because Samaria, like the S, so Samaria is the central region of Israel, and it said it was, like, with some research I did, it said it was the capital, but I'm starting to think that maybe it wasn't the capital of Israel. That was a lie. And this, so the stuff in here, God simply spoke and the world came into being. As David wrote, by the word of the Lord, the heavens were made. And so that is, although that's true, that, no, I'll have to look more into that. But I believe that's when the sin of judgment was formed. And the capital, being central Israel, and the capital, hang on, I'll try and show you. So with the C's, it's, if you flip the capital backwards, because it was a backwards fucking fact, you've got an S there, all right? And that's the other thing. Okay, so how... Oh, you're right, girl. You playing with that? Don't mind the doje. Oh, yes. Okay. Hang on, I'm going to have to see what I mean about interruptions. Don't push my tripod. What I was trying to tell you was how I said the other day there was two gods, and we are meant to be, and we are currently creating our true forever God. I'm fairly certain that the Lord and God are two different people. So God is Mary Magdalene, and the Lord is Jesus for us, because they are our mother and father. So basically in any... oh, that's cool. I just realised, I wonder how many other planets there are like us, because, you know what I mean? We're not the only father, mother, and we shut up to them. So the Lord and God is the mother and the father. All right? So yeah, this whole Samaria and judgment and the code, and it could even codon switching, DNA, gene mutation, like it's all fucking the same thing. I'll be able to explain it all to you one day when Joe Rogan helps me. Come on, Joe, let's go. Whew, I'm a poet, I didn't even know it. So I'm thinking at this stage there's either 7 or 9 gene mutations. But we'll get to that. Alright, that'll do for part fucking 7 of Gaia was a fetus. I'll see y'all in the next one. And, quickly, anyone anyway, but if you're a real spiritual person or you're really religious and you don't know much about pregnancy, fucking just go and do some research on pregnancy and the stages of it and what happens. Okay, bye.